Hey everyone, I'm Rather Incoherent, back with more heavily modded XCOM 2, going into our second back-to-back Chosen Assault. Today we're taking down the Assassin in Operation Junk Point. Why was I so hesitant about this team? Because all told, the members of the team here are pretty good. Like, obviously, I'm not a fan of Mercury Hawk being Lieutenant, but they have 21 mobility and a rage suit, so they're gonna get shit done. And I realized what it is that I don't like about this team. It's not just that there's not a Reaper with 4 Mimic Beacons. That tends to be nice. I love the Scout and the Base Assault. It's the only unit that will get stealth. The huge amount of crisis management's appreciated, but that's not the problem. The problem is that, at first I thought the problem was we lost the Marine and the Skirmishers. We lost 2 sources of Shred and Suppression. But I got a source of Shred back, and surely that these 2 explosive classes put together are worth more Shred than a Skirmisher or a Marine. So is it just the Suppression? Is it the defensive value of a Marine? But every team has holes. The last team didn't have a tech specialist. They didn't have Shutdown on Haywire, and I didn't feel scared by that. So a character should be giving strength to make up for what it doesn't do. This team should have a strength that makes me not feel afraid to make up for the fact that we don't have suppression. Instead, what we have is Mercury Hawk. We don't have any strengths to make up for it. We just have the weakness that is Mercury Hawk, because it turns out I hate assaults. At the start of this campaign, if you put a gun to my head and ask me my favorite class, I'd probably be like, assaults? No, field supports. And then you'd shoot me in the head. But assaults were in the running, damn it. And through no fault of their own, assaults have been nerfed into the ground by my mod setup. Nothing has touched assaults. I have changed nothing on the assault. If anything, I've buffed them by buffing the rage armor to be cooldown based instead of charge based, and by giving them access to more heavy weapons and all sorts of stuff like that. No, the reason they've gotten worse is because the situation they find themselves in is far less appealing for a close range character. We have close range characters that shine, like Comm Engineers and Sappers, where they get up to like mid range, they'd use some explosives and then they close them with the shotguns, or they get closed in on and they use the shotguns in retaliation. But close and mid-range characters, there's overlap between them, and in that overlap you can shine. There is no mid-range on an assault until you kill the assassin. That's actually why I'm choosing to do this mission, is to get her shotgun so that my assaults can stop being terrible and start functioning at range. Because right now, if you are not getting involved, if you are not in melee range, if you're not running and gunning into their flanks, what does an assault do in mid-range? Nothing. It's got literally no contribution. And in my mod setup, when you're regularly engaging 8 to 20 enemies at a time, where the fuck am I going to move to after I use my melee attack, right? What breakthrough move is going to put me in a safe location that's not flanked and killed immediately? So that's why I feel weak. The assault doesn't have a niche that it fulfills like every other base class. Cover destruction, anti-robot, supports, cover destruction / guaranteed damage, marksman's guaranteed damage at range, marines, volume of fire, good offense, best defense in the game through suppression. You can say what other classes do. What does an assault do? It kills them if they're close. What class with close range bonuses isn't already threatening to kill people? The assault doesn't have a unique thing that it brings to the team, and then my mod setup crushes it down even more, and that's why I feel hesitant about this team. However, I've had some realizations about the team that make it feel better. One is that it's much better at shredding than I was giving it credit for. 2 is if I want to play this slow as hell, Den Mother can use Supply Run, because this character, like, I know I have Supply Run, right? I have Resupply Ammo, which is going to give them the ammo, and then here I get Supply Run, and I get a move on the action point, and that's great, but Resupply Ammo actually says a little bit more. Reload the primary weapon of a targeted ally unit. If the unit is equipped with experimental ammo, this unit being Den Mother, its effects will be applied to the reloaded weapon until its next regular reload. I can equip my entire team with Black Ice rounds, or AP rounds. If I were really scared of armor, which I'm not, I could give my entire team AP rounds, but I'm not really scared of shredding. I am scared of the things that need to be shredded, so I'm gonna play it slow because I have no reason not to play it slow, and give literally everyone except for maybe Synth Soldier, since they have an experimental slot. Realistically, I should probably just change this out for Black Ice too, but there are a lot of mutons, and it's not all mechs that have armor, so I'm going to keep the AP rounds there. But this adds a lot of power, being able to get Black Ice on everyone. Additionally, since we can take it really, really slow, I can keep trying to get Haywire controls with Big Large. I can have Stasis every single fight, I can have Charge and Run and Gun every single fight. I think this team can do it. It's going to be very different than the last team, and I need to avoid like slipping up and playing badly like I did at the end of the last assault, but I think they've got it handled. Now, I would love to look at things and talk about buying abilities for this, but like you can see 0 AP on many of these. If I were to come over to Big Large and check out soldier abilities, XCOM's got 4. So while it'd be absolutely fantastic to buy upgraded scanners, I'm 6 ability points short of being able to do that. So yeah, I shouldn't have bought things for the characters that weren't going on missions yet, because then I would have been able to get upgraded scanners here, and instead of a Mimic Beacon, I can have 2 of the debuff scanners, which would be really nice. Don't I have that on Den Mother? I do. Why is Den Mother not carrying that? Because she has a Mimic Beacon. Let's not. Someone else can carry the Mimic Beacon. Den Mother actually matters a lot. We need that debuff. I'm leaning towards the Combat Engineer because I have rapid deployment here. Like, obviously, I don't like not having the grenade. I think 3 Mimic Beacons is enough. I think that's fine. I don't need to carry another one. It's a weird team. Sapper, Tech Specialist, Combat Engineer, Assault, Field Support, Double Infiltrator, Pioneer. It's the most aggressive team I've ever played. I'm going to play it slower than I've ever played a mission before. And the fact that I'm 7.5 minutes into recording without even hitting the start button should tell you just how weird I feel about this. But I think we can do this relatively consistently. Speed, aim, speed, aim. That checks out. What are our attachments? Basic, lightweight, superior bipod, advanced scope, because you're our long range, superior laser, superior lightweight, because you're our close range. Basic, lightweight, basic scope, basic bipod. That could potentially be better. Lightweight, advanced laser sight. Am I really shooting this bullpup on any turn that matters? I'm definitely not staying still for the bipod. At the very least, I have... Oh, right, yeah, you can't put stocks on this. Fair enough. Take superior wildcats in case you crit. I don't know. The bipod's not going to do anything. I believe this team has what it takes. I also believe that for assaults to be good in my campaign, they have to be scions, and my assaults aren't scions, and more importantly, my A-team assaults aren't scions. Because in this campaign, I've clearly established that in 8-man campaigns with massive pod size, assaults have problems, and they're kind of fundamental problems that I don't think can be fixed by rebalancing the class. And if you told me that in making an XCOM that appealed to my vision, I made an XCOM where melee weapons were a fundamentally bad idea, I would be like, oh, I hadn't thought about that, but that makes perfect sense. Yeah, melee weapons are a bad idea in war. There's a reason we started using guns. So it checks out that I've inadvertently done this. Anyway, enough waffling, let's get into it, let's kill the assassin. Additionally, if you could kill the like button for me, I'd appreciate that. It's not entirely the B team, but this is sort of a big last hurrah for the B team. We have some pretty serious B team characters here, like Jaded Rabbit, Carbon Mile, Big Large, and Sonic Serenade. The rest is A team stuff, but some of these characters are very much the characters that carried the campaign to the end. And it's kind of nice to have them on this mission. It's part of why I wanted to send this now instead of waiting for A team. Anyway, we're going to walk up and Overwatch in front of the door instead of at the door, based on how we just clipped through the door and pulled on the previous mission. And I'm going to spend 4 turns just reloading everyone's guns with black ice rounds. So I'll be back with you either when we pull unintentionally, or when I'm done reloading. It's going to take me a hot second. I just heard something run through a wall. So, presumably Andromedon, based on what I've been seeing. A little bit spooked by that, because Andromedons were tough for the main teams to handle. Andromedons are just tanky lads. We do have stasis, though. And we have a absolutely insurmountable lot of black ice rounds. So, it should be fine. Everyone now has black ice rounds. We can begin moving forward. Common Engineer on one side, Den Mother on the other. If anyone clips through, we're going to immediately stop moving forward. We don't see anything on the other side yet, so we should, I think, be good to take a few more positions. I don't quite know why I can't get through, but I'll worry about that next turn. For now, we're all in position, and next turn we breach the door. Door on the left. Could be this room, could be the next one, who knows. It's time to open the door and see what it is. What's going on, fam? Heavy Met, Codex, Sectoid Commander, Frosty Fire Elite, nothing too bad. The real question is if a second pod wandered in yet. No, okay. That's a door, a pair of doors, it's still shut. I don't know if that door was ever even open to begin with, or closed, rather. Bad news for you, Heavy Mech. I can Bombard Protocol this, or I can just turn off its gun. I think Bombard Protocol is typically more valuable. So I'm going to go to turn off its gun instead. I'm going to use Burning Rush to try to kill the Purifier entirely, and I'll see if I can't get some good damage on the Sectoid while doing so. Actually, no, that's not the efficient way of doing this. You just walk in, You kinetic strike the sectoid commander and then shoot the Purifier Elite. I have absolutely no reason to worry about hitting this guy with multiple attacks, which won't even kill him all put together, when I can do that instead. Melee vulnerability, huh? Not really sure we needed that. We are deploying that Overwatch. That is fake news. That Overwatch has been disarmed. No bullets in the gun. This will make the Frost Purifier much easier to kill for someone else, but obviously Fiber Giant won't be finishing it. Now, we can get one over here, take a shot. Somebody's gonna have to do something. Oh, right, yeah. Run and gun. Oh, you just have 16 mobility. That's right. Well, that'll do.
I guess that'll be okay.
That should be a 1 dead Codex. Right? There is a 1 in 3 followed by a 2 out of 5 that this could fail to kill. But that did not happen. Now, we could reposition, and then we could get the action from Den Mother. I'd rather just kill everyone without using teamwork, if that's possible. And if it is, it's going to start with this. Let's see what sort of damage this does to the Heavy Mech. It looks like it's pretty easy to kill, considering the disgusting amount of Black Ice rounds my team currently has. Yeah, I'm comfortable sending the other engineer, or the other, what are they called, infiltrator over to do that. That seems perfectly reasonable. Now, unfortunately, Fiber Giant is right next to the Purifier if it explodes, and by if, I mean when. Oh, it's not even in cover. It's kind of sad. Sonic Serenade can take 1 shot. If they fail to kill it with a crit, which is pretty likely, we'll send somebody else to, mop it up. I guess I want it to be the combat engineer, but I don't have eyes from where I would want to go. The tech specialist from here is actually fine, because if we have enemies coming, they're probably coming from this way. That's not even true. Also, I don't have eyes from here. Look, Jaded Rabbit, just walk out and shoot him, okay? I'm done thinking about this. Also, 50-50, no, it's guaranteed. Fiber Giant is always best. Oh, he's immune to it. What am I on about? In which case, I'll go ahead and run out further on Mercury Hawk, as now it's safe. Den Mother can reload guns and get back into the middle. Because if anyone reloads themselves, they'll lose their black screen round, so it's not even worth doing. So that's the first ambush done. Let's see if anything comes running in. Very, very plausible that it does. That Andromedon is still running through walls. Off on the left somewhere. I mean, off on the left's not really a direction. We're on the edge of the map on the right side, so everything is on the left. I'm just waiting for him to Kool-Aid Man in through the walls. So, there's a room there. I think our plan this turn is very much just reload guns, move into the middle, and Overwatch. And hopefully something will walk into us. And I mean, if they don't, that's great. It means I had time to get the few cooldowns I've used to bash. I had time to finish reloading everyone's guns. And unfortunately, I cannot put blue screens inside the flamethrower. I understand why, but it does make me sad. It's looking like everyone is completely ready for the next fight at this point. We're missing like 1 unload gun protocol, and that's it. Oh, Mercury Hawk wants a bullet. A singular bullet. So, yeah, we're good. Is this going to be map edge, like right here? Yes. So I feel confident there's nothing in here, because it would have heard the explosions and run in. I'm going to confirm that, though. Because if I'm wrong and I pull 2 at once on all sides, it will just kill me. Do I see anything out now that I'm actually here? Can you confirm that? It's not really looking like you might have line of sight yet. Okay, cool. Now, this will open into the dead middle of the map. We don't want that. We actually want to go around the next section. There's no benefit to being in any specific part of this, because right now we're going to be splitting our line of sight across both halves no matter what we do. I guess technically I'd prefer to be overwatching from this side, because I think it's more likely this side gets ambushed, but at the same time, I want everyone moving in the correct direction. It's a bit of a toss-up. But I'm definitely going to take the Overwatch on Carbon Mile rather than moving further. And I'll be back with you once something actually happens, because at this point we're definitely crawling to our next ambush. All right, looks like they're right between the two rooms. They're crossing from one to the other on the other side of this wall. It's the Andromedon. You get its Kool-Aid Man in right now. You never know. Oh, shit. Oh, hell no. Oh, fuck, no. He's off the screen right now. That's our first Cryo Keeper of the campaign. It was not an Andromedon. Hi. I can't help but notice you have an absurd amount of health. Good news, stasis is off cooldown presently. Bad news. Oh, Jesus, oh, fuck, it's the Cryo Keeper.
That's it.
The Elite Shield Bearer hopefully does not get a yellow alert shield. I think everything's fine as long as we can stasis the Cryo Keeper. That's pretty good. Good 38 there. Yeah, the teleport failed because Black Ice rounds. Nope, it didn't. I swear to God, Black Ice rounds are very clear that they stop teleports. I'm not going crazy. That's a thing they say. The Codex is now on its original tile. I think it failed. Because if we do go to the F1 on the infection, we'll malfunction when attempting to teleport or shoot after being damaged. So it shouldn't have been able to teleport. And it will die to the poison, so I don't need to hit it again. Okay, this is like the actually worst possible timing. This is a one-shot kill on the Elite Lancer that refunds actions, so we just open with Kinetic Strike, and this tells us, hey, are there more guys in the next room? Which is rather important. Oh, he just slowly opened the door, that's nice. Cool. So, stop pointing at the corpse, pick everything up, let me know if there are enemies in here. No. That's really good news. That's really good news. Also, as you're like in the neighborhood anyway, right? So, I mean, you may as well. I hate the cursor so much. A lot of the time on various tile sets, it's just like, you know what? I'm going to freak out and aim at something else. Now, I could reload for misclicks, or I can just fix the mistake. We'll need to put in some work for fixing the mistake, but that's fine. We were already going to have to put in some work for the Cryo Keeper anyway. Fiber Giant, please don't have your cursor just shoot all of them at the last moment this time. I'm going to show you the rotation on Fiber Giant's cursor. Look at this. Look at that. Look at where my mouse is moving versus where the icon is. Oh, there we go. Oh, 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 oh. What is this? There. I've lifted my mouse off the pad and pressed spacebar to make sure I don't get got again. And Fiber Giant's also doing the double tap to make sure no more shenanigans occur. I think I might need to move Fiber Giant. I don't think I can clear out this wall. I think this wall is solid, so moving Fiber Giant won't actually get the lines of sight I won't, but I'm still going to do it to try. And also, I'm not 100% sure if anyone actually sees the Cryo Keeper, if it's just a line of sight glitch presently. Because I know Den Mother couldn't see it, which was very upsetting for me. That might require a use of Teamwork for Mercury Hawk next turn, but for this turn, it's fine. Mercury Hawk's definitely going to run forward to here and take a shot this turn. I could Rage Strike as well. I'm a little bit afraid of running that far forward. I'm only comfortable because we have Stasis. If Stasis were not available right now, I would be shitting my pants. Just quick look. I was so happy that I had Stasis. I was like, he's not even a problem. I didn't even read what he does because I know it doesn't matter this turn. Gonna run forward here, and then when I go to shoot him, we'll F1 the Cryo Keeper. You can already see the most important part. 9 to 12 on the damage. 85 aim, 10 plus 25 defense for defensive mode. Unbreakable will, 10 dodge, 14 mobility. Has 5 plus 3 armor from defensive mode. Has a Cryo Nova, which I'm pretty sure still hits for insane damage, and also full freezes you when it hits you. This thing is nightmarish. Oh, it has a melee attack that hits for this, and if it kills you, it summons you as a zombie. So yeah, just absolute bitch and a half. I actually have such bad aim against this thing that it's almost worth, like, if I could get aim with Den Mother, I would choose to use Teamwork here instead. But I can't. And I have no other aim buffs, so I just take my 68 and groan about it. Hey, I'll take that every day of the week. Reposition into the room to get better shots next turn. You have eyes from here, so I'll take that. Next up, you run in. I see you're glitching out. I'm just going to TTC one tile over and run one tile less than I otherwise could. So to here. I really wish the smart problem wasn't so prevalent because it seems to happen just all the time. Whoops. All right, so we're getting pretty lucky on our hits so far. We're also running out of bullets on these Helix rail cannons. So that is definitely relevant. I've got the charge here. I said I was worried about line of sight. I think that's true. I think I am worried about line of sight. That was not a bluff. Oh, shit. Okay, good. I have eyes. I have eyes. I was like, wait a second. Where is the tech specialist? As though he doesn't have an Icarus jump. Is it worth using Icarus jump to get right here and use combat protocol this turn? Well, I'll tell you when it's not worth using Icarus jump. Any time that isn't now. If this is not the moment for Icarus jump, the moment isn't coming. So, combat protocol, really just 5. I guess it's like Codexus. It doesn't actually get the bonus damage on this guy. Meaning I would get more damage from shooting it. Not that I'm able to shoot it, but still. My teamwork is on Serenade, which means I can charge on Serenade, then teamwork for another shots. I don't think I even want to do that. I think I just want the grenade on Serenade. I want to get through the armor. Serenade doesn't have that many of any one type of grenade, though. I feel like the Cryo Keeper's just immune to Frost Grenades, and also my Frost Grenade gets my whole team. So it's not even helpful. What are we looking at for aim here? 27. That's misery. If I'm running up to here, I should just be using charge. I've already messed up charge. I mean, there's running again. I'm not getting where I want to be this turn, and that's just that. That's acceptable, though. I'm fine with that. I combat protocol, because if I'm not combat protocoling, I'm just not dealing the 5 damage, so I'll take it. Begrudgingly. Woo. I'm glad I've invested 3 perks, multiple tech levels, and an action into dealing 5 damage to the most threatening mech in the game. Just a little bit salty that everything seems to not give a shit about combat protocol. Still feel like that's a mod issue on my part, and it's something I can fix, but oh well. We're here, I'm not doing it now. Oh, I've used stasis already, so... yeah, sorry about that, Mercury Hawk. Mercury Hawk gets into position here. You get into position... don't run through the fire, please. There. Codex bleeds out. Alright. Alright, I see the next pod, and they have pulled, but it's just 4 guys. One of them's an Archon. That's kind of scary. Muton Pyro, Advanced Guardian, Exalted Pathfinder. The real issue here is just like very clear the Cryo Keeper is still alive. These 4 guys are not the real issue. Teamwork. Den Mother, I need you. Oh, I just have vision now because things have burned down. I didn't actually need to do this. But still. The AoE on the battle scanner is just massive, and if I move, I can get a better battle scanner. Moving to here does not pull any... this has a line of sight. It won't pull the Overwatch, and it should get me a slightly better battle scanner. I think. Alright, I don't know if this is actually hitting anyone on the right side. It sort of feels like it's hitting all of them and none of them at the same time. But it's definitely hitting the Cryo Keeper, and it's the only one I care about. 10% hit, 10% crit on everything this scans. It got the whole pod. Excellent. And now we hollow target the Cryo Keeper. 35 defense is a lot, but plus 25 to hit is also quite a lot. Now, what's my actual chance to hit on this Cryo Keeper? Still only 92. I think I'm kind of content to just, like, bombard protocol and shoot here. That is ridiculous. That's absolutely fucking insane. Surely it's right. I only got 1 bullet left. I actually think I don't get very much out of this. It's more likely I use a Mimic Beacon or something, right? Does the Cryo Keeper explode when it dies? And if so, how many tiles is the explosion? Surely it's not the 4 away that I am, right? Let's unload this Archon's gun, because he's obviously never dying this turn. Then we're going to get rid of all of this. Not get rid of it, but... I think it is worth an overdrive here. Just barely, for the rocket. Does anyone else have a better thing they can do? Oh, you know what? The rocket's not going to work anyway without moving and pulling the Overwatch. Somebody's going to have to do this. So I'll do it here. It's very important to remember that the rocket targeting is terrible, and there's a tiny piece of chest-high wall here that's going to prevent the rocket from doing anything. What's happening? Are you sure that it only hit one of them? Anyway, we need to shoot the Cryo Keeper with the second shot to shred its armor. Because Dear God doesn't have a lot of armor. Okay, you, overdrive. Let's see if we can't get a rocket in that neighborhood, because apparently the gun is not getting it done. Yeah, we actually can just weave a rocket here on Synth Soldier, and I feel like we have no choice but to go for that. Yeah, that was substantially better at hitting the Muton Pyro and breaking the Overwatch. Now we can take the Cryo Keeper shot. And it's down to 12 health. So it's very much in the range of just being dead. Speaking of, I need to kill this Avant Guardian and this Muton Pyro. It's highlighting the Muton Pyro, but not its health bar. There we go. Almost got baited there. That's a roll to kill on the Pyro, or are we up to 7 to 8? I can never remember, is it 6 to 7 or 7 to 8? I think it's 7 to 8. It is clearly not. But Muton Pyro is now in chip range, not that we're going to miss the shot anyway. I don't even need to use the axe, honestly. Yeah, minimum damage kills thanks to Black Ice. I didn't realize I was 2 tiles away, but we've now confirmed the radius of the explosion is 1 tile on a Cryo Keeper. Additionally, we've confirmed that it did not count as exposed, and what's the ruling on this one? It's not exposed. I'm guessing it's specifically flanked. Yes, stunned, disoriented, or flanked, not exposed. Very important difference, because now you're standing in the open. And you're just far enough away that we cannot walk to you and become cover unless we pick Fiber Giant for that job, and Fiber Giant's a little bit busy. What's he busy with? Well, he's busy trying to kill the Archon. Because if the Archon's dead, then you don't need cover. We're going to take Burning Rush as well. And with 2 additional actions, that leaves us with 2 actions to punch, which, provided no dodges, equates to 1 dead Archon. Mex, what would I do without you? It's going to be a very different next campaign. I'm going to miss these guys. I'm going to miss the Kinetic Strike module, perhaps more than anything. Yeah, that was not dodge at all. That was a little bit brutal. I could probably... Why do I have more actions? Oh yeah, breakthrough actions, so I killed him. Sure, just go for the shield bash, whatever. You can have more kills, Fiber John. I think it's funny. I could put experience on people correctly, but I just think it's funny.
Target destroyed.
Alright, cool. You can't quite get to the loots. It's just going to be move Overwatch on pretty much anyone who's left. I'm glad the Cryo Keeper went down. There were a couple of like 4% to miss there that could have made things very, very awkward, but we did not get unlucky on those. Wasn't expecting to kill the second pod, though. That was a little bit gross. Your gun is empty, but you're not shooting anyway. What am I talking about? Come back this way on Fiber Giant, close out our lines of sight, and let's see if there's anything left. I think there should be 1 more pod in the first half. Oh, here it comes. Speak of the devil. I'm sorry, the Avatar's here? He just showed up? He's just like, hey, remember that Avatar project we were on about? Okay. Cool. Cool. I don't know for sure that I have a mod that specifically makes the Avatar show up with, like, no regard for what you do, the same way I do for the Codex, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did. I'm not upset that he's here, I'm just fucking surprised. So, Heavy Bio Assault Trooper with Shield, Elite Honor Guard, Frost Mech Elite Avatar. I believe there's 1 more that she's hiding right now. I believe they're active 5. Active 6. Not a fan. Let me get an F1. Well, let me preview movement then. What is the Avatar's ability? Mental Fortress, immune to negative effects. When it's damaged, it can teleport away. It regenerates. Fire Weapon, Null Lance, Dimensional Rift, Mind Control. Okay, I get the idea. We can't let that live. I suspect we're throwing another battle scanner immediately for the debuff on this team. And we're going to resupply ammo on one of the sparks. Which spark didn't use overdrive? This one did, meaning Carbon Mile has their thing, but I don't have to reload them. They have an advanced autoloader. This one won't have bullets unless I load for them. So I reload this one, I blue move forward, I throw the battle scan. That's what we're doing on Den Mother. I need to evaluate now. Am I falling back? I don't think falling back is safe, because then we'll just have all this crazy shit running at us in Fog of War. It'll never be safe. Right now, I think, even though they're far away, we have the tools to actually deal with this. Just barely. But I think we can deal with this. And I don't think we're going to be losing soldiers or taking too great a wound if I'm wrong about how easy this is. So let's get all of them scanned, figure out who the ones we can't see are. Elite Purifier, who even cares? Active 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did one deploy backwards? Who's number 6? A little bit spooked by that. Move forward, Rage Fist, right? Is it just worth doing Supernova? Probably not. We can get to the Frostmech Elite. The alternative is to Supernova this turn, which isn't good enough. So, since the only thing I can do here... Wait. I can use... Nope, Combat Presence is down because I needed the debuff. This is the only thing I can do on the Pioneer, so we start with this. There's no reason not to. Let's see what it's doing to the mech. You know, basically nothing about what I expected. The breakthrough move is going to be best used getting away because things are about to get fucking violent over there. Overdrive on you for sure. I will also be taking my free reload right about now. As much as I like Black Ice rounds, I like having bullets in my gun more than the hypothetical Black Ice rounds that I do not actually have. This Haywire was never going to catch him. As I thought, I am stuck behind chest-high walls. Does this demand multiple rockets, or just the one? It definitely demands at least one, but that doesn't have to come from them. What am I doing? Frost Lash. Hello, yes. That is an ability you have.
Grapple out.
Grapple forward and see what your high ground Frost Lash against the Avatar looks like. 40 fucking 4, really? Oh, the high cover counts for Frost Lash. For some reason I had it in my head that it didn't. Well then, that to me sounds like if I were to move a little bit further down the line, this gets alarmingly accurate. By alarmingly accurate, I mean 89 with the upgraded scanners and the height advantage, but it'd be real nice if that guy was not active for the turn. That's just how Frostbite is this campaign, man. That is Frostbite in a perfect nutshell. I've got a flamethrower that misses my Pioneer and hits everything else. It's the best he's got. God, the 9 out of 10 times that we're not playing in right now sound a lot better than the world we're in. Right, that's to make it exceptionally hard to deal with you. I can turn off its gun at the very least. I have rapid fire. But its cover is going to get blown up, causing it to move, so it doesn't even help. Can you skulljack an Avatar? No, of course not. So say that would make this real simple. I've got a guaranteed kill on the Frost Mech, but it's burning already. It's the other stuff that I'm really scared of. Stasis is gone for one turn. Just one turn. The Elite Honor Guard does not have... It has fucking rapid fire. Holy shit. Glad I checked, and its sword hits for 8 to 10. It needs to be dead. The Bio Assault Trooper is also just a menace and needs to be dead, but it has blast padding. However, I've confirmed at this point that my overdrive is committed to clearing this. None of these units can be allowed to live. In particular, because killing one makes killing the rest easier, and the Elite Honor Guard absolutely, positively must be dead at the end of the round. So, let's figure it out. What is the most efficient kill at this point? I mean, a capacitor discharge would actually just wipe the other 3. That would leave the whole team free, but I might need this unit next turn is the issue. I don't want to use the second rocket or the capacitor. None of these are as good as you would hope they would be, right? That's almost always a kill on the Honor Guard, and it's the thing that does have to die, so I take this. We didn't get the 1 in 16 for it to live. I'll figure out your reposition in a hot second. We can hop up top here. I would love to rapid fire this guy. Overdrive's on cooldown, so it doesn't matter. I was checking if he got Wrecking Ball during overdrive, but it doesn't matter. Wait. Fuck, somebody does, though. Mercury Hawk activates Wrecking Ball. I would like to remind the people... Oh, I can't run through it, though. Can I do like this? No. I have to spend my whole turn doing it. Oh, grumble. Because I can't target the tile that has the cover. In that case, there's no purpose to the Wrecking Ball, because he's just going to teleport anyway. I think the Avatar is killable depending on where he teleports to. I just have to start with this, and I hate it. We just take the Rage Strike. 3 shred, 6 damage. Where do you go? I think that's also out of range of the rapid fire. He's taking good tiles. However, he's also getting decently far away from all my biological units, which I'm a fan of. As you're going to be alive with a gun at the end of the turn, I'd like you to stop having that gun, though. Like, I know mind control is what I'm really afraid of. Void Rift and Null Lance also suck. But, the gun just hits for 9 to 10. If he shoots it, it's because he does have a flank. I got a Skull Mine on the Bio Assault Trooper, huh? And a reposition on a mech next to him? I'm hard-pressed to imagine that's not the cleanest way to deal with a Bio Assault.
Target's still active.
Damn shame. At least you dealt 2 damage. And got the action back. I always forget that happens. I never expect this, and I'm always surprised, like, oh shit, what do I do now? Well, the answer is find more damage. Again, run and gun up top? Sure. You're a speedy man. 21 abilities, quite a lot. Provided we don't get a shield deflect here. Oh, that's a lot less accurate than I thought it would be, actually. How's the axe looking? I don't want to spend it. Do we have any other options? I mean, you just have to take the fucking shot. We're not using the axe here. The axe is too valuable for the clusterfuck we're coming up on. Cool. Now, having seen that... Oh, you're just not going to get cover. I thought he had a move left, but he doesn't. You'll be fine, Big Large. Don't worry about it. Glad we dodged shield deflect twice there. Pop up top, kill the Purifier. The Purifier is not necessarily dead, but that's the plan at least. Oh yeah, that's nowhere near guaranteed dead. Sense Soldier performing as always, though. I actually want to just jump back down so I break up as much as possible. I could take charge here. And I did say there was probably only 1 pod left coming into the Avatar pod. This feels incredibly gutsy. Like, unreasonably, suicidally gutsy. It's just this move, which is going to be moving back in this direction. Because if he drops like a Void Rift on 2 sparks, I'm thrilled to see it. And then we look at this, and we are like, huh, you know, I really could just use charge and hit him. There's nothing stopping me. I'll be in full cover. It'll be great. It's 7 free damage. How could I say no? He's gonna be somewhere doing something no matter what. Also, so it turns out you always slide into the last tile no matter how far away you charge from, which is kind of funny. Cool. Good luck, Avatar. Let's see what you got. 5 HP regenerated, huh? Alright, that's great. I love to see that. Oh. Oh, there's an elite trooper. Sorry, Big Large. That's gonna fucking hurt. It's only 5. It's not that bad. So the Avatar, because he was on fire, I guess, got really confused about what he was supposed to do.
Not for you. Your lives are forfeit. But for your children's children. Surrender, and they may yet live. This entire universe will survive.
You know what won't survive? The Avatar through rapid fire. I mean, it will survive, actually. It's gonna be fine. But it's still a shitload of damage. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? I told you the charge was worth it. Get out of here. I was not expecting to deal with a Cryo Keeper and an Avatar on the B team. The A team got a singular Andromedon, so I'm feeling like this isn't entirely fair, but it's fine. Do I have a non-explosive way of dealing with this efficiently? Oh yeah, it's called Stasis. Chill out, man. We'll deal with you next turn when we have people in position to do so. From here, I'm just going to run forward and get in cover in case I'm wrong and there's another pod. Everyone's just going to be moving forward and regrouping. And I will be taking overwatches on many of them. I'm like 100% sure this elite trooper's the last thing in the first floor. But I'm not about to walk through there because I think that's true. Because I also didn't think I'd be seeing cryo keepers and avatars. I thought the cryo keeper was the big secret of the mission, but there were two. So, Fiber Giant, you first. What's on the other side? It should be nothing, by all accounts. If there is a good and loving God, there would be nothing on the other side. Okay, so nothing's on the other side. A soldier is dead. I'll be back with you in phase 2, unless I get woefully surprised. Wait, did I miss the loot? Oh, I thought there was a turn left on the loot. Oh. I was woefully surprised, just not by what I thought it would be. Anyway, I'll see you during part 2. Alright, there was nothing left as expected. On to phase 2.
Well done, Menace 1-5.
Oh! Fun fact, if you enter this area with a gun that has blue screen rounds from the previous scenario from your field support, they keep their blue screen. Even if the gun was empty, it'll be reloaded. So I was thinking I needed to AFK at the start for a second, and like I sort of do. But it's not quite the way I thought it would be. Also, hi, Firestarter, Commandant. Firestarter is fine. Commandant is potentially problematic. We take the one that hasn't moved yet, and we're not going to mess it up this time. Going into this zone, we're not going to be completely terrible at the game and just like, you know, randomly pull the assassin immediately on turn 2 or whatever. We're going to be better this time. I don't know if this actually destroyed its cover. It wasn't highlighting, but its cover looked hella destructible. And that was the point of the attack. That guy needs to die. He's only got 92% accuracy. Field support blue actions include combat presence, but I need somebody to have a done turn first. So someone's gonna have to take a bad 92 shot. Oh, I can just shoot the Firestarter instead. That's fine. Now I don't have to feel bad about taking a sub-accurate shot or wasting an action on Dead Mother, because Dead Mother can now use combat presence on the Spark that is out of actions, giving it a full turn-ending shot, followed by using her second action on the turn-ending holo target on the Commandant. No, I don't want them yet. It seems helpful, it really does, but I almost never give someone an action and then switch to that person immediately. It's almost always, and then I finish the field support's turn. I feel like this should be a pretty solid kill on the Commandant, though. I guess there was literally no reason not to overdrive there, huh? Yeah, there's actually not a reason not to overdrive. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, literally, I am just throwing. Why would I not use overdrive immediately? Because I can just wait. I'm going to wait. There's no reason not to use overdrive. The fact that I didn't unload his guns just in case was me being egotistical and trying to save real-life time at the cost of in-game hubris. Now, I'm not actually immediately sure if the people remaining can kill the Firestarter, but we have stasis, so it's kind of a moot point, isn't it? Also, the answer is like absolutely positively not. They all have shotguns with blue screen rounds. That guy is not dying if you're not allowed to get close.
I guess that'll be okay.
Although there are 3 of them, and if they all land their shots, it could have... Oh, there we go.
Get it together.
You can just overwatch. You're not doing anything, Fiber Giant. I'm just gonna have you jump over the side so that you stop wasting my time. We walk in, shoot with Sonic Serenade, then we use stasis. We came surprisingly close to killing it with shotguns. Theoretically. 66% of the time, it's dead. But I'll go ahead and play correctly. And that'll be it for our turn. The Firestarter gets killed next turn. I'll be back with you in 5 turns when everything is off cooldown, everyone has full blue screen rounds, and I'm finally ready to get on with this mission. Oh, also, I used grapple loot to get the Illyrium core, in case anyone wonders where that came from. Who's hurt? Oh, right, yeah, Big Large got shot. I should fix that. All right, if I had to guess, I would say this is the tile where we start seeing it. We'll start this, and Fiber Giant never contributes this turn by moving 2 tiles back from where I think the trigger is. That's 1 tile of grace compared to my assumption, and it looks like it's the halfway point of the map, and confirming that we're safe there. Then we move everyone else one tile further back in case they step out, which I don't think Fiber Giant is actually doing. Mercury Hawk's definitely sprinting forward. Sonic Serenade's probably sprinting forward. Everyone's sprinting forward. Have you seen this team? Why am I even, like, assuming someone's not going to sprint forward? The only remotely long-range unit is Den Mother, who gets free moves and has a grappling hook.
Moving to position.
I do want to, like, roughly balance it out, though. I won't, like, an infiltrator on both sides, at the very least. Unfortunately, the game is glitching out a little bit here and saying I can't move there. I'm just going to imagine that I sprinted to that tile, not that one. It really does not think you can move to that tile, huh? So apparently that's just like a bug in the map, and you actually can't go to this one tile. Because I literally can't even TTC to that tile, so fair enough, I guess. We engage next turn. All right, Fiber Giant, pull the trigger. Let's see what's going on. This is so much less stressful than the Warlock. We pulled the Warlock, and it was like, oh god, the Warlock's here. We have half a turn. No one's in position. We're injured. Our guns aren't loaded. This time, it's like, oh yeah, there's an assassin. She doesn't have 60 health and 5 armor and 7 people inside of her. I don't even care about your cutscene, I'm sorry. I gave the Warlock the time of the cutscene, I think. I let him talk. Who's afraid?
No matter what happens today,
oh.
only one side is leaving this place.
Good job, Mercury Hawk. Here I thought you would be, like, redeeming yourself. Also, that wasn't Mercury Hawk. I had the wrong unit selected when I was trying to TTC to this tile. So, ignore the fact that the Snapper is here. I don't know where I meant to put the Snapper. Maybe you're supposed to be able to walk there and it is just glitched. Apparently I TTC'd Sonic Serenade, my Sapper, into this location, and not whoever I thought I moved. Do I just, like, randomly chuck a battle scanner, or do I run around and hope I find her? She's not immune to melee, so I kind of want the ability to overdrive here and just punch the shit out of her. Let's start by just, like, fanning out the robots on the flanks. See if either Carbon Mile or Sonic Serenade, not Sonic Serenade, Synth Super Soldier. Oh my god. Let's see if either Carbon Mile or Synth Soldier get it. Synth Super Soldier is just like the ego name that reflects what he's actually done all campaign. We can push forward on Jaded Rabbit as well, feel pretty safe about that. Mercury Hawk can do something similar. Hey, we found her. Where was she? She was literally on the robot. You could not have made worse decisions. What are you doing? We should tread the armor first, that's true. You can't see her. I guess this is a full cover object, is that the case? Yes. Can you see her? She's a genius. There is a small flaw in her genius, though. Just like the one. I don't know that I even need to shred your armor is the issue.
Armor deflection observed.
I have no fear of your
The one issue is I kind of don't want to kill her this turn even. Because I want everyone to be grouped up to fight the objective. What do you mean you missed twice?
Engagement failure.
never commit to strike unless you are
Anyway,
truly ready.
I'm not quite sure what that UI element was about, but it's fine. I could unload her gun. I think that's best saved. We're gonna take some shots against her. 52 is way worse than I imagined it would be. Like, I knew it wouldn't be great, but dear lord.
I had expected something more.
Hold up, stop. Move forward and use the holo targeter. Just calm down. Just be reasonable. I am actively throwing by not doing this. And as you've lived with, like, notably more health than I intended you to have, there's not going to be a better target for Rage Fist. Like, obviously I should have just dealt way more damage to her than I did, but I am throwing. I don't think I need to use the axe here, though. She's going to have an attack on somebody. It doesn't matter who to me. But I might be able to stack up for a blinding grenade, which would actually really not be the biggest deal. My sparks are just not in the right place. Move here and shoot her, I guess.
On my way.
I don't want everyone blinded because it would make it very hard to deal with the objective. Nice crit. Hunter of Chosen 12 crit, way more than I was expecting.
I will prevail regardless.
And I'll get on the inside over here because obviously these people should be participating. I'm gonna move over here. I don't want a blinding grenade to catch 5 people, but If a blinding grenade catches... Actually, I'm going to move over here. I really don't want a blinding grenade to catch 5 units. That would be very bad. The assassin's always going to get to slap someone here. That was never not going to happen. Because if I were to kill the assassin here, it would mean that I don't have a good open on the tablet, altar, portal, whatever you want to call it. Double priest summon's actually pretty annoying considering the circumstance. Also, I don't like that you're running. That's looking like a mighty indestructible pillar you have. So what's the blinding grenade on? Spark, jaded rabbits. What's happening? Oh, it has the wrong person selected. I was so alarmed. So it just move and then I should be able to see her for the kinetic strike. And then she's dead, right? Like, she is actually just dead here unless I'm horribly mistaken. Yes. Thank God Fire Giant was blind. You'd have had serious problems on your hand if he could have seen. I can use Burning Rush as well and get a lot of movement here to go deal with the first priest, which is nice because Fire Giant can't really shoot this thing. Ah, yes, the device. That was the name of it. No wonder I couldn't recall. Take Burning Rush. Switch to someone else who can see. Someone who can see, please. He is off the corner. Right there. Exact edge of my movement. Oh, you're actually going to live through this. Wait, no, you're exactly dead to this, unless you stasis. 18, huh? It deals more damage than it used to. Can't say I'm upset by that fact. Good job with the tier 3 armor, I guess. And then I'll move to here. Alright. Because you're blind, I'm not convinced you'll be able to do anything other than deal with the priest. Now that said, I'm still pretty convinced you can deal with the priest. I can drop a defensive mine on you. Do I have a defensive mine? I know I do. Here we go. It's like, I know it exists. There's no way it doesn't. Take an 89 on the shotgun. Someone else will have to help, unfortunately. And it is not going to be Sense Soldier. Actually, how long does this blindness last? Is it just one turn? Ends in one player turn? Yeah, that's fine. I can just walk to here and Bombard Protocol then. There's an argument to you should really hold Bombard Protocol, but I think it'll be fine. It's kind of hard to target Bombard Protocol, isn't it? So his ablative health flashes no matter what. I want to target Jaded Rabbit, and as soon as it stops blinking his normal health, launch the attack. And I believe I've used my 3 blind soldiers to deal with the priest. The mine finishes you off, the counter-strike might finish the elite priest off. Now it's time to deal with the objective. I mean, I just run here and shoot it, right? I don't have any way to deal bonus damage. I can prep for a grenade into it, but that seems probably unnecessary. If I kill it this turn, do I skip the reinforcement wave? With this many Black Ice rounds, that's actually something I could theoretically do. So I'm going to use this grenade and try to skip the reinforcement waves. Without Banish, that sounds pretty damn hard, but with this much Black Ice, like that's essentially just doubling the squad size. That's what the damage translates to. If I combat present somebody, that doesn't really matter. I need to get closer. I can't grapple in this environment. Is there anyone who's only attacking if I reload their gun? Probably not. I am going to take the overdrive here and shoot, and then combat present shoot again. Because I think this is my best bet at skipping the reinforcement rounds. I don't believe it's going to work, but I want to try. It is a massive amount of damage, to be fair. But yeah, we had too much on our plate with the priest, unfortunately. As a result, I'm going to go ahead and not waste any more resources here trying to kill this round, because it's become apparent that it's not going to happen, unfortunately. The sapper's all the way back here. I can get in vision to take the shot, though, which is all that matters. It was an admirable effort. What we needed, you know, Sense Soldier not to be blind. That's what we needed. That's literally it. That's the only thing we needed, and we did not have it. I won't really get any more damage by combat presencing you, so I can get the same output basically on the objective by just running forward a little bit and taking the shot.
On the move.
Which means we're about to get absolutely fucking swarmed, which is unfortunate. But hey. I'm gonna move here, because I think Den Mother is one of my more valuable units. If Big Large gets shot, it's not even a wound. I'm worried about this Elite Priest unstasising and immediately shooting Big Large rather than running. Okay, let's see the reinforcement pods. Trooper, Andromedon, Dreadnought, Frost Lancer, Elite, Purifier. I think Andromedons might be somewhat underrepresented in my campaign, because we appear to have just skipped straight from Andromedons to Andromedon Dreadnoughts with like 2 or 3 Andromedons total. Elite Shield Bearer, Bio-Rocketeer. What are the other ones? Heavy Bio-Rocketeer, Elite Heavy, Elite Lancer. Okay. Those are honestly not that terrible. It's more just they all get actions that's the problem. And then the assassin spawns. It looks like Stasis saved a life, unfortunately. So what are you up to? Not getting counter-struck because blindness apparently stops that. Neat. Oh, that's super cool. You get to move. You don't trigger counter-strike. You get to buff yourself. You get to turn off Fiber Giant. Super cool. Really enjoyed that.
Too close to the heat.
Here I was thinking they had single action turns, because why else would they stand still and shoot? But the answer is just fuck you. That's why they stand still and shoot. They absolutely should be running for cover. What Overwatches are we dealing with? Frost Lancer Elite, Elite Trooper, Elite Lancer, Heavy Bio-Rocketeer, Elite Heavy. No one with covering fire. I don't like you being here. At all. This will be the overdrive turn for Synth Soldier. Because if this is not the overdrive turn, the overdrive is not coming. There cannot possibly be a more stressful turn than this one. Now, in terms of soldiers that I would like to not shoot me, this Elite Heavy in the back, he is otherwise never getting dealt with. He's only going to shoot. He's just got a gun. It seems like the answer. Like, he might just stand there, reload, and shoot, but that means he's not getting any weird flanks or using any abilities, and he'll have less accuracy. So it seems like a good start. I should take a look at what an Andromedon Dreadnought does, shouldn't I? It has 32 health, 4 armor, 85 aim, 14 mobility, 15 built-in defense, cannonade. Fires a beam from its Illyrium fusion cannon. It pierces through cover, ignoring any protection and critically striking. Or it can critically strike. I don't know why I felt the need to clarify that. I feel like most attacks can. Fish Strike, Acid Bomb, 10 to 13 with a 4-shred gun. Built-in immunity from fire, poison, and acid, though vulnerable to all psi abilities, including mind control. I feel like you're doing a hint, hint, nudge, nudge there, but I don't have those. Wall Smash and Robot Battle Suits. So, I hear Stasis is good this time of year. Because, I mean, fuck that. Just, like, absolutely, thoroughly not ready to deal with this. I'll look at Haywire Protocol next turn. I just, oh god, no. That's too much. That is way, way too much. You can also get a battle scanner. You can't quite get everyone, I think, but it's a pretty good one. Oh wait, you don't have buff battle scanners. That's Den Mother. You're a suck. Yours are just in case of Chrysalid. Cool, I know what your second action is then. It's called a Mimic Beacon. Who is my worst offensive units? First of all, this Mimic Beacon. Where can it go? It can go over here, getting everyone debuffed. The Andromedon Dreadnought will matter next turn. These other 2, or 3 rather, will matter this turn. I can live with that. If we clear out those and are left with a Mimic Beacon, we'll probably be fine. I have a rapid deployment smoke if I want it. And I can't really imagine what else I'm doing. Well, it could be rapid deployment and then battle scanner the other half, actually. That seems better. I'm not really afraid of he needing to track down the assassin. That's fine. I'm afraid of all this shit. So get our 10% hit and crit chance buff on the entire enemy team. And I can just shoot and kill the objective now. I have Black Eyes. It's not showing on the damage, but it's definitely there. I believe that is correct. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Den Mother killing the objective is correct. There's just kind of a lot going on. Run and gun allows me to not do a whole lot, to be honest. I have lightning reflexes, so I'm sort of safe to run some of this, but there's a lot to run. I'd be running 3 Overwatches here. So it makes sense to me that we want to start with Bombard Protocol instead. Get their cover, cancel 2 of those Overwatches to make it safe to run with the Assault. Oh man, I'm a little bit stressed. I think we're fine. There's still a very real possibility of somehow getting a death once the Andromedon comes out of stasis and the Assassin comes in. But for now, it's just move here, prep for entry grenade, and shoot, right? I already used prep for entry. It was just completely wasted and pointless. No, it saves an action this turn. The prep for entry did do something. This is going to be the Axe for sure. And then helping to kill the Frost Lancer Elite. That's fine. And the Overwatch is fine because we have lightning reflexes. And we're pulling it from cover first move, so it doesn't even hit in the first place. Does the Axe one-shot this 6 to 8? Does the gun one-shot this? It's better, so we take the Axe instead. Oh, is the crit chance better? It's about the same. Let's take the Axe here. There are no fire weapons available. There's like a fire grenade on the Sapper, that's it. It's not really worth using here. I mean, if it's not worth using here, then what's the Sapper doing? Give me a single answer as to why it's not worth using here. Past me. Because, like, you can reposition into full cover here, drop the fire grenade. Otherwise, the fire grenade is fucking useless. We actually do kind of need to hit this guy, making the stasis badly timed because, yeah, we could have been shredding him too. That's a little bit embarrassing. Oh, wait, Frost Lash. There we go. If we get Frost Lash here, which we can do by getting to this position, then we can deal with the Purifier next turn. Then 84, maybe this time. It's just that Frost Lash is just so fucking cursed. I don't know what's wrong with this ability. Rapid deployment. Mimic Beacon. If the Mimic Beacon's not good this turn, I'm not sure what turn it is good. The FPS is most certainly not good. Sometimes I start an ability in the game, so it's like, you know what, we're done. Here's your slideshow, good luck. We at least have the flank shot here, but I guess I would rather try to blow up his cover and get the tiny amount of shred in the disorient. I think that's better. We're like working towards stuff. This is feeling very B-team though. His cover is indestructible, by the way. Anyway, take the shot here on the Lancer. Someone else needs to come finish it off for you, unfortunately.
Going in for the kill.
You can slide around to the back to be safer, I guess, and be slightly closer on your future turns. Carbon Bile has 1 action left. This was not their overdrive turn. 100 on the Lancer. If you min roll, it lives, but Sense Soldier would have killed it every time there. I obviously just shot with the wrong spark. My bad. Can't recall the last time I min rolled on an important attack like that. But it's got to happen sometimes, even when you're talking about a range of like 60 to crit and 1 in 3 to miss. It's pretty regular to min roll. I've been getting very lucky. Okay. Once this can be the center from here. Cool.
Finally.
I'm going to give you a defensive mine and then figure out the rest of my turn from there. Not quite sure what it is. I can just chuck this down range. I'd rather not hit my Mimic Beacons is the issue, and it's very frustrating to aim because of the FPS just plummeting when I go into targeting. I have found the perfect plasma grenade. I will take it.
Grenade.
That shield bearer really does need to be dead next turn. And all of them have an uncomfortable amount of health and armor, so this obviously just needs to happen. Now, Sense Soldier, did I overdrive you and you like have 2 bullets and no clear plans for the turn? Because I mean, I don't disagree, but it is a little bit funny. I believe this is a blue move towards them and take multiple straight shots. I'm pretty sure this is going to go well enough. And I don't have enough shots to do anything more. My rockets aren't getting good aim from here. Now, unfortunately, the Shield Bearer is the only one I can't reliably kill this turn, which makes me think I should just go for the Elite Lancers instead. This is not likely to kill, except for the 33 and 75, so, you know, what is that? 11 out of 12 times, because of the crit chance being at 70-fucking-5? Why is that again? Overclock, 15. Upgraded scanners, 10. Mystery, 10. I like Mystery 10. I wonder what that is. It's fine. Whatever. If anyone knows what Mystery 10 crit is, I'd love to hear it. I was obviously planning to kill the Shield Bearer, but killing everyone he's going to buff is largely the same effect. It's obviously worse, but he is an indestructible cover, also known as a pit. So, I think that's the best I've got. I'll move a little bit closer because I do need to worry about this Dreadnought next turn. Alright, we dealt with a lot of it. The Assassin's back. Oh, someone has Fear of the Chosen? You'd think that would have come up the first time. Lots of us have Fear of the Chosen. Oh, we never did kill that priest. Or this priest. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, thankfully the priests are both going for the Mimic Beacon as opposed to using their magical abilities on us. However, this does mean there's substantially more fire going to the Mimic Beacons than intended. Good physics, enjoyed that. Purifier is disoriented, probably going for the other Mimic Beacon. Weird. Why would that be a 100% to hit but miss on a pistol shot? I've seen similar things with other weapons, but never a normal ballistic weapon. I mean, it's good for me, but like, what the hell? I really don't know what that's about. That's super strange.
Getting a little toasty here.
Yeah, there are issues. The Andromedon is back, by the way. I have a rocket, a supernova, and a reload. Overdrive on cooldown. Pioneer has supernova as well. Everyone still has supernova. Ain't that just wonderful? Take the free reload on Carbon Mile. That's definitely happening. The Assassin came in over here. She can slap someone. I care about the Andromedon. And really nothing but the Andromedon. You can't haywire the living Andromedon. That's the next step. Can you combat protocol the Andromedon for bonus damage? Nope, not this part. Okay, this feels pretty straightforward to me. I reload and rocket, right? How could it ever be anything else? I can just hit, like, literally the entire enemy team because this is not correct positioning. Real quick, before I go on, who's killing the other priest? Not Fiber Giants. Den Mother can reload a gun. Is there anything you can do that's more useful than reloading a gun? It doesn't really seem like it. Like, I've got a rocket launcher. It's just, everyone else is more useful. Every single other character is just immediately more valuable in this situation, right? I'm gonna move forward into this quarter cover, just to be generally a little bit safer, and hand them the acid bomb. I think this is an acid bomb. I'm really not 100% sure if it's an acid bomb or a bio bomb. Or sorry, a gas bomb. It might be both. I've never really been clear with Biodivision as a whole. Are they acid guys or gas guys? Or radiation guys, as the Illyrium rounds would imply. I've never fucking known. Blue screen does not appear to get damage bonuses either, but it wasn't showing on the tablet either, so that could just be a bad representation. I think I just take the shot here. It's not super comfy, but it's the thing to do. Crit for H. Definitely not being affected by black ice. Get in close, take the shots. No. I can supernova from here, which actually just barely gets the guy over there, the elite shield bearer. It's barely touching his tile. It gets no one on my team. Carbon Mile, do the honors. Okay, Andromedon goes down, comes back up. Let's see if we can't take it on our side, though. Because now it is vulnerable to Haywire. Going to assume I can't, but it'd be really, really nice if I could. Shutdown 100. Failsafe is not going to make this right to do the other one. Yeah, we're still doing shutdown. It occurs to me, and this is pretty weird, this mission may have went more smoothly than the other one. Which is bizarre, considering it's unambiguously the harder mission. Like, in terms of the enemy pods I encountered, it's like a Chameleon versus an Andromeda, Dreadnought, an Avatar, and a Cryokeeper. And the rest of the pod composition felt largely pretty similar. Someone needs to kill this man. It really is just Den Mother, so fine. Reload Big Largest gun. And then I can go to the corner cover, shoot the priest. You can only stasis once. We can finish off the Andromedon Dreadnought next turn. The Assassin will reveal this turn probably, and with any luck, we'll be able to kill her too. And this puts us in punch range next turn. I guess I could have kinetic strike to this turn. I'm blind. I just didn't realize I could. Somehow. It's kind of embarrassing and I don't want to talk about it.
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah. Sonic Serenade's Black Ice rounds probably hurt this thing quite a lot, huh? Oh, this was definitely dead. We did not need to use Haywire. I just full-on did not realize Sonic Serenade was still active. Yeah, that Haywire was completely redundant. Literally did nothing.
That's how it's done.
Thanks, Black Ice rounds. Good job, Dead Mother. Their new code name is Ammo Mule. So there is an enemy unit somewhere. Get looking. No eyes from that move either. In that case, we're just going to move all in the same general direction and Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I have no idea where the assassin is. Like, absolutely none, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Got it covered.
Headed there now.
Cool. Everyone's Overwatched. Where is the assassin?
Right now.
I did not think she was there. That had literally never occurred to me as a possibility. I think for obvious reasons. I was like, as I say, I can't find out where she is. So I'm sure someone's gonna comment, you have battle scanners left. And I don't know where she is to throw them is the problem. Do you think I would have thrown them in that corner? Just like, that wasn't quite how I thought she had positioned. So she must have sprinted down there first turn. I'm not even sure if she got there without being in line of sight to reveal. Whatever, it's fine. Sadly, there is no one here with Solace, but we can just pick it up the hard way. Why is... Oh, because you're bond mates. You don't even need to pick them up. Not that it saves you any actions or anything, but hey, it was a nice touch. Anyway, plasma grenades, right? We still have one left. I don't know that that's a destructible pillar. It's not as indestructible looking as the other ones. Sort of just looks like a lamp, right? It does appear to be indestructible, unfortunately. Icarus Protocol can get me right next to her for damage at the end of this, so I'm going to go for that. I don't believe you're brittle, but I can just walk up to you and shoot you. It's pretty effective regardless of whether or not someone is brittle. I want to go on other people first, though, because of things like rockets. Although I realize now this is a rocket, so I cannot actually get it to her position. Never mind, it goes to her position. I am absolutely shocked that the aiming will let me do that, but I will take it. I guess Bombard Protocol, because since Soldier's not getting in range, that's just not happening. Almost down. We might actually have the kill from here just with Shotgun and Bullpup. I need one more attack. Mercury Hulk just got stunned, so they won't be able to do it. Not quite a step up flank, one tile short, even with all their mobility. Unless they can run further with Wrecking Ball, they can't. Actually, they can. We have the kill. Mercury Hawk runs. We go back to Dead Mother. Dead Mother's turn is over. I'm really dumb. Well, let's figure it out again then. Maybe this solution to the puzzle is not a lie. I have an 81 kinetic strike. If that hits, she's dead. If it doesn't hit, we continue thinking. Okay, she's dead. Good. We can stop now. Oh. Yeah, she might not be dead. I would like to be next to her now. Normally, she would attempt to run. I wonder what she will do if I physically body block her in the corner. %. Oh, Hunter of Chosen, huh? And crit. If she had dodged with low profile repeatedly, we might have had to go another turn, but we did not get unlucky enough for that to happen. Mission went really smooth considering some of the enemies I saw for the first time today. Cryo Keeper had me scared. The Avatar was just like, oh, so this is happening too then. The Cryo Keeper is legitimately much more terrifying, I think, than the Avatar is. Anyway, the Assassin's dead. She's the boss, right? Not the Cryo Keeper or the Avatar or the Andromedon Dreadnought. Definitely the Assassin.
You have fought well, XCOM. May you reclaim this world for your own.
Why did she commit seppuku? There's literally nothing about her that implies Japanese honor system. Whatever. In phase 2, we don't get to see phase 1 on these, unfortunately. Fiber Giant was the best. across the mission, probably Synth Soldier that was the best, right? They did a ton of work. Sonic Serenade did a lot. Big Large was the actual MVP because Stasis is the reason I was willing to do this mission. If Big Large had not been made into a Scion and learned Stasis first role, I would not have done this. It was critically important to my decision making that Big Large was going on this mission. And we might be entering a phase in the game where I'm unwilling to launch missions that don't have someone with Stasis just because of how impactful that is. It is so relevant if you're going to tell a priority threat that they don't exist for a round, as I've demonstrated repeatedly in this mission. Jaded Rabbit doing alright, but not feeling incredibly. Mercury Hawk is also one of those characters that did really well this mission, and I feel like if he had the first half of their stats, they might have been competing. Den Mother was great. I take back everything I said about Stasis being the MVP. I'm pretty sure Den Mother was the MVP. Cryo Keeper is weak to Black Ice rounds, that's why we were okay. Also, the Heavy Mechs, the Tablet, the Andromedon, just constantly throughout the whole mission, Black Ice rounds being incredibly relevant. Den Mother and Big Large were huge in this mission actually being launchable in the first place. Carbon Mile getting pretty good stats though. I'd say that was a pretty even contribution for such a wide and strange roster of a team. Definitely the weakest performance out of a combat engineer, which is how I always thought that class would work. They would fall off a lot in the late game, where other classes started to really hit their stride, they wouldn't get nearly as much. I stand up to get a glass of water during the load screen, I come back, audio's cut. No idea what the hell's going on with that. Anyway, at Major, we take Rupture, and maybe this will help them to catch back up to where other people are. It really depends on whether or not this is a roll to hit. The fact that it doesn't say guarantees on the hit now makes me think it's a roll to hit and not nearly as powerful as the old Rupture. Anyways, coming back, we have an Avatar Corpse and kit for our assaults. The Katana might not even be that important. Arashi is way, way more valuable than a normal shotgun. The Katana's like, sure, it has AP 5, it doesn't have the stun chance, it doesn't get the axe throw ability. The Katana's really not that good. Arashi's fantastic though. Hey, we have another advanced speed, it's our 5th one. Anyway, let me go ahead and restart my game so that I can get the audio back, because I don't know why this happens. We do have a couple of Shaken Soldiers, and Den Mother has finally converted inexperienced in urban areas to urban combat training, which I'm going to guess is just +2 mobility in urban, which is useless for Waterworld, which is sort of how I look at my field supports, or my A-team rather. +2 mobility in urban areas, also known as not the end game, but it's still good. All right, we're back. We've got audio. I've got a couple of useless promotions to hand out to low-ranking people who've ranked up. None of these matter at all, but let's get through them. Sentinel and Lieutenant Medics. And we have 3 separate Lieutenant Combat Engineers all taking concussion grenades for the grenade slot, of course. Oh, I'm sorry. One of these is a Tech Specialist reaching Sergeant, which actually doesn't matter. Just hopefully we never have to use them. Now, the supply drops in 38 hours. It is worth noting, they're back! Okay, so I thought I might have a mod that changed how Gone to Ground worked, and I just wasn't sure. So the way Gone to Ground works is they go away for the time, and then you can scan to find them again. It doesn't even have the chain. We're good. I don't even need to mod it to be different because I've already done that, I think. I could have sworn that in the past I had seen a mod like that and installed it, but I just wasn't sure. And I have. Good. Love to see it. It's always a pleasant surprise when it's been so long since I made the mod list that I'm like, oh, hey, I modded that. That thing I wanted, I've already done it. It's here. It's happening. Yeah, we need to scan that now. That's the goal. Fuck everything else. But first, Covert Ops. There was at one point an AP thing in here that I had a note saying I should go do. I guess it's just not here anymore. That's fine. Let's go get the black market. The black market's moved. Wait, did it move? Is the black market always there? I think the black market was originally down and to the left of where it currently is. I think it was over here or up here. I don't think it was originally directly north, but I could be going crazy. Anyway, let's get this back. We need this badly. Resistance comes. Avatar Progress 1, Dark Events 1. However, 4 Guerrilla Ops, not that impressive. 1 Contact, 1 Rumor Investigated, 1 Tech. No one cares. 8 Covert Ops, 3 Proving Grounds. Still no one cares. 4 Covert Ambushes. Thanks for wasting my time. The big one, 2 Chosen Strongholds destroyed, and $300 coming my way. You're now immune to explosions. Look, I know you're the last one and you saw what happened to the other ones, but being threatening is the way to get killed. Because I will leave you around to farm AP as long as you're not a problem. Shit like this is how you get the next base assault done as fast as possible. Anyway, this will be a campaign that never sees a supply raid on a UFO, because they just didn't fucking attack the Avenger. Also, weirdly, didn't attack the Avenger. So you'll never see the Avenger defense mission either. Really weird. I'm not sure what happened there. Loyalty Among Thieves is still coming. Isn't this for the Warlock? This doesn't do anything anymore. This barely matters. I'll reveal. I mean, I'm not stopping the other one. I guess a huge amount, like major breakthrough. Like, I'm just gonna stop these two probably. What's this one? Oh, yeah, we're stopping that again. Okay. That cleared that right up. All armor and vest projects in the Proving Ground are completed instantly. I've already unlocked war suits though. And I've already got the best vest in the game, the Bio Nano, so I don't care. I've got the best stuff. The only thing that's even worth it is modular construction. Oh, I have a slot open, so like we should do that though. Oh, yeah. We'll get a lot of use out of that at some point. Not just yet, but at some point. Oh, we finished it instantly for putting it in. Nice. That unlocks a bunch of other places we can go to. Supply drop finishes instantly. And we have to look at Covert Ops. It's time for homework. Modular sniper rifles for +3 aim. Again, I think aim stacking tends to go on B team now. I think we're at a point where we no longer have time to aim stack on the A team. I don't need to do this mission at all. And the reason for that is because I'm going to have an ungodly number of supplies for selling over an entire month of shit to the black market in a hot second. I don't really need this, although again, putting it on an A-team soldier gives me a lot of AP points, so it's arguably worth it. The issue being my A-team soldiers are busy. That's basically the issue with all of this, to be honest. Like, I'll send out some random schmucks to go get some ability points for us. It feels so bad that random schmucks is like Gothic Toaster. At least Talent Autopsy is a genuinely random schmuck, and I don't have to feel bad about them. Wretched Phoenix might get to Lieutenant and start feeling slightly more usable after this. He's really just not a real soldier either. He's just fallen off so hard. He's fallen straight off a cliff. Anyway, you can go ahead and get wounded. I don't love you. We have a manufacturer upgrade with just a wound risk. We'll send schmucks on that too. Sapper and assaults. Actually, this is even worse. They can once again get wounded. I don't love them. They're not worth 25 supplies. I think everything else is basically not worth the send out because I can't get captured. I guess I can, but I'd rather not. And that sort of narrows it down because I feel like I don't have the time to stack on the A-team at this point. They need holoplanar construction? Is that in the game? Resistance rings holoplanar upgrade. Resistance ring upgrade. Oh, cool. Probably should have had that already. I don't know that I want to use my power on that because I have this thing over here. Speaking of, are there any engineers busy? Of course. No one's free. Modular sniper rifles gets me... I already have the scope and the bipod. It gets me the stock, basically. I'm going to sit on this. I might do it. I feel like I want my scientists for, you know, endgame techs more than anything else. Yeah, I don't need to look at this. I keep trying to convince myself there's stuff to do. There's not. I'm done. Oh, wait. Fabricate PCS. That could be aim. We care about that. Let's send out another round of schmucks. We have plenty of tech specs available, so it's going to be Supernova and Gothic Toaster. And once again, take your extreme risk of wound. I don't care how long it takes you to get back. And that's it, because nothing else there was worth the time. Alright, we have access to ghost grenades now. What does that mean? What is a ghost grenade? Another way to conceal and move around undetected. The ghosting effect has a limited duration, but the soldiers will stay in concealment until it is broken. This sounds like XCOM Long War ghost grenades. And if that's the case, that's not good. That's real bad. We've learned modular vector rifles. I actually have to research that shit. Do I? So here's the deal, right? With weapon and item overhaul, you can see that we can get wildcats for crit damage, we can get laser sight for crit chance, and suppressor for crit chance while concealed. So if you want all of that, you need a third weapon upgrade slot. Now, the actual correct way to think about this, though, is that's 10 days of research. That's a lot of time. For what? My Reaper gets crit chance while concealed? Fuck that. No. Now, the Assassin's Weapons. 12 days of research time for what? The Assault that I don't use gets better? Again, no. Coil Cannon is perfectly reasonable. I'm guessing the Rashano Gauss Cannon, or the Energy Cannon, or the Leaf Star Heavy Cannon, or the Solar Flare, one of those is the Spark Weapon. Warlock weapons are nice because it gets me a vastly better psi hand. And the Disruptor Rifle is good. Like, the Disruptor's Rifle's effect is actually the best one of the lot. Guaranteed crits on psionic units when every single psi unit's a priority is insane. I'm gonna go for Warlock weapons and then into the rest of the coil stuff. And just real quick, and build items. This Ghost Grenade business.
What can I do for you?
That feels really cheap. What does this cost? 60 supplies, 50 supplies. I guess it does need a Chameleon Corpse, which is equivalent to Sona supplies. It's taking outlays. It doesn't feel too cheap. It feels like it should be 20 or 30 supplies, maybe 2 Chameleon Corpses. I'm building one of those, and we're gonna see how that works. And then we're gonna get back to scanning for the black market so I can please God sell this massive pile of corpses. The Avenger is literally overflowing. It can barely get off the ground. It weighs so much. Rescue VIP from Cell. This is a soldier. It's fucking Lead Coffin again. The real problem with letting Lead Coffin get captured is the number of covert ops that it wastes my time with. Cool. Arson Paragon is back. Who cares? Tracer rounds. Woo! Surely there's something better to do in the Proving Ground now that I have money, right?
New orders, Commander?
Yes, there is. I can make experimental powered weapons now that I have money. And once we get blaster launchers or Shredstorm cannons, we can start doing much, much better. And there's the Powered Strike module. This is not the end game of the Kinetic Strike module. It can go higher. Little did I know. Well, we'll roll that dice then, see how that goes. Black Market's almost here. Assault mission expires in 18 hours. Done in 16. Recover Resistance Operative. Is this even important? Like, it might not even be a choice I have to make. Loyalty among thieves. Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. So, there's no reward, and it stops a dark event that doesn't do anything. I'm gonna keep scanning at the black market, thanks. New covert action to remove dark event. Are there any dark events I care about? No. Black market is finally back. They want EMP bombs, battle scanners, and purifier corpses. Honestly, I think the EMP bomb is kind of shit. I think that was a mistake. It's only worth $18. If I ever think it's worth having, I can spend money to get it back. You can have all the Advent corpses as well. Okay, so as the game has gone on, it's gotten steadily laggier here. And I wonder if maybe the culprit is the thing that's showing me what I can sell stuff for in the black market. I've got no idea what the cause for this is, but I'm going to show you me pressing right click 5 times, a second apart each. Right click number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So like it takes about a second to go. Like you can see like the cursor's really delayed compared to my mouse and my speech. We're gonna hold right click and sell a lot of Illyrium. So not right click, right arrow. This is how you sell a lot of things really quickly in the base game. I've been holding right arrow for a while now. How many have we managed to sell? 21. Nice. So yeah, I need to find the fix for this because it's beginning to be a real problem. At least the scroll bar still drags smoothly if nothing else does. Alright, I've handled all the lag I could take. I started to go back through and see what else I could sell, what I missed the first time. I'm at 1100 credits. I can't stand the laggy menu anymore. I'm going. What can I buy with Intel, although I don't have that much to my name at the minute? Superior foregrip. I've been kind of wanting one of those for a while. Superior perception I'll take in a heartbeat. Thank you, dear God. It's amazing. Do I want this engineer? Kind of. We don't really need to make contact with anyone. The engineer helps me get the shadow chamber online faster. I don't know if this is good. It seems probably wrong. But I really do need like one more engineer. I have a new covert op apparently removed dark event. Don't really care. Rescue soldier, don't care. Coming over to build facilities. This is staying manned, that's staying manned, staying manned, staying manned, staying manned, staying manned. None of that changes. In fact, I might need more engineers, not less. What I can do is I can purchase this with my power and then unman you, because I no longer need the engineer. And start clearing out nothing, apparently. Those were... Oh, it's a gremlin. Duh. That is how the game works. Okay, so that was completely useless then. Oh well. Oh, also, I'm pretty sure Sword Saint's back, and I just fucking forgot to put him back in. It hasn't been that long, though. I think it's only been like a day or two at most, because we didn't have more than 2 or 3 days from the supply drop, and he was like a day and a half or 2 days out. Okay, I do kind of want that engineer, but once we finish shielding the power coil, like, I just don't have much left I need to build, so it's definitely wrong to get him. So, what are we doing next? Probably going to build a radio relay in North America for Bomb Squad, which will allow me to instantly finish heavy weapon projects. Why am I fucking spending the time to make one right now? No, stop. Cease and desist. Engineering, proving grounds. I don't think I want a single light suit. I think that's just wrong. I don't know why we need a second Black Eye Skulljack. I unironically have the resources to research this. Even though 75 Elerium is absolutely insane, I could afford to get this if I wanted at this point. I can upgrade my PCS Basic Perception to Advanced Perception for 90 supplies and 15 alloys. That's actually a really substantial difference and helps my infiltration team tremendously. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to queue up 2. I think after that, we can't retrofit the superiors yet. I'll leave that going for a while. And because we've already made contact to the south, we're going to make the radio relay over here for 200 supplies.
Setting course for East.
And once we have our next mission, we're going to build as much tier 3 and coil as we can to actually outfit the squad. Because eventually we'll get a mission we actually care about doing, just not currently.
I appreciate the new lab.
The lab's finally done. What does the lab actually do? I have a mod installed that makes the lab suck less, but for the life of me, I don't recall. Cool, so you decrease research time by being staffed here. What's the upgrade do? It costs power that I don't have. Fair. It gives me, for 3 power, more research time. Not really the biggest deal. Are any of these for Avenger power? Yes, there's this one. We'll go to that after we do the Rayland. Because Avenger power is kind of all I need at this point. We don't want to rescue Lead Coffin. He can stay in his coffin. New infiltration mission, hack the workstation and admin facility for a supply convoy. But what if I just don't need supplies? Like, what if I'm done? It's getting weird. New assault mission. Stranded agents, 20 intel, delayed dark event, the Horde. Oh, it's the Horde, though? We get a field medic. Who cares? Like, we do have to stop Undying Loyalty, and I'll send the team, but this is gratuitous. I'm 2 hours and 15 minutes into the recording. I just assumed we'd be done about now, but we keep getting missions that either don't matter or finish instantly. I'm going to launch this mission just to see what this means as like a bug testing sort of deal. Because to my mind, the Psionic Storm literally doesn't work. But I'll be back next time with Operation Sundering Grave. This video has gone on too long as it is. And if it's actually a mission, we'll just do this. If it's the Horde, like I think it is, and I'm almost certain it is, we're going to stack experience on like 1 soldier, probably Sword Saint. And that'll be the whole mission. Because he'll handle it on his own. He won't need any help. But either way, for now, I'm done. I've been rather coherent. I've been having a blast with XCOM 2, and I hope you have as well. We're closing in on the end game at this point. Although, with my severe EXP nerfs, it's starting to look like we might be going into Waterworld without kernels, which is a fucking weird one. That's mainly why I'm so focused on not doing stacking missions and making sure that all of my 18 units are going on missions as often as I can, because it's starting to become apparent that might be an issue. This video is already too long. I'm done rambling. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.